you doing? Oh, she's obviously out of my mind.
Maybe good.
Oh, I don't know. It works for me, I guess. You know, I'm not forcing it on anybody else. You can make up your own mind if you want to go out and yours. What do you do? What are you doing in town?
I teach in a high school.
Really? Which one?
It's called the Net Charter High School. It's like 6 years old. It's on OCD and Civics.
Oh, okay. I don't know very little about which subject. What grade?
I teach Civics, actually.
Terrific. What? Is it a private school or is it a...
No, it's a charter, so it's a public charter, and it's an alternative school, so for kids that dropped out or got expelled from other schools.
Oh.
So you get a second chance to try to finish. So I don't teach a specific grade. The kids are in a class based on what credits they still need to graduate.
Step forward. Oh, this is what we thought. So civics, and that's terrific. I see it. Did you also teach?
I used to work in social work, but now I'm working more with food and health and wellness.
Wonderful. You see, that's very cool. Well, yeah, I mean, you guys, that's a perfect match. This is really great. I like it. Well, I mean, you know, I'm eating more like a hippie now than when I was a hippie.
Yeah.
You know, and especially, you know, having to get to know things about what the GMO foods and, you know, and all the different, and the different things that kind of right, yeah. So, yeah, I imagine that's pretty much exploded. People are becoming more and more knowledgeable. Because this is the deal, this is what I'm seeing, because of the internet, we can't really judge what's happening anymore. Because we've never seen this happen before.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, you can just click on and go, well, what's she saying about GMOs today? You know, whatever, right? You know? And we're certainly leapfrogging all that these days.
Yeah, try not to zero in on that stuff too much. That's what'll make you crazy.
We don't even have a TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, they don't call it programming for nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they're losing, because they're not in control of the message anymore. We can get out there and talk over the internet halfway around the world. But one of the scams I've seen them pull on, this is why I want to get your guys' is that global warming.
I don't think global warming is a scam.
What makes you feel that way?
Who's funding it? Follow the money.
Well, funding what?
The entire global warming myth. Who's funding it?
I don't know. Like, you mean like who's funding?
Who funded the Copenhagen Accord meeting? Who funded all of that?
That I don't know.
The biggest money came from, let me tell you.
Okay.
BP, Shell, Mobil, Exxon. They're the biggest funders. Now, why would they do that? Because you always follow the money. You want to find out a scam, you follow the money. There's a two-pronged reason they're doing this. All right, I can back all this up. It's all because we got the internet now. You can do the searching. What he said was true? I don't know. My God, it is. He wasn't crazy. They fund it for this reason. They can control the message on both sides. Now, in order to form a one-world government, you need a one-world tax. They go hand in hand. So what's the one thing we all produce as human beings?
CO2.
Now, how much CO2 makes up the atmosphere, percentage-wise?
I don't know.
They don't tell you these things. I will. 0.04%, less than half one. And it's a reciprocal gas. So when we breathe it out, plants go, yes! And they breathe it. So it just... So in order for it to ever do any harm to us at all, you're going to have to get up to 17.0 before we start. That's like putting yourself in a garage and leaving the car running for 2 hours. And then you start feeling dizzy and then you're lying about it. So, it's a trace method, yes. It doesn't do anything, and once you put it out there, the plants grow more. But they need a reason to tax us. They needed a carbon footprint. Here's the scam. They get people who want to do good for the environment to work for them in this instance, to push for carbon taxes, carbon credits. The oil companies now are making as much, if not more, money off of trading carbon credits than they are off the product that they produce. So they're using the environmentalists as a tool to go ahead and further the scheme. They use the trillions of dollars, because people always talk, whoa, it's the oil companies are paying off. Yes, it is. It is the oil companies, because when you look at the amount of money being paid to the scientists to say, it's real, it's billions and billions of dollars. And they don't give any credit or media too, because remember, these guys lie, right? They're not going to put them on that thing telling you it's a scam. So they give these scientists, they give you an example. Let's say you're a scientist and you want to go, or you want to get a grant on the maybe having the squirrels. Oh, okay, I want to get the effect. Oh, God bless you. The effect of global warming on the mating habits. Oh, how much you want? How much you want? As long as you say, yeah, or else it's turning them into, right? So it's a scam. The list that they put out, 97% of the scientists are consensus, was bullshit. This is what they did. They put a questionnaire out to scientists saying, would you like to participate in a conference of global warming? And 97% of them answered yes. They took that statistic and said 90% of the 7% of the scientists agree with global warming. When all they agreed to was, yeah, we'd like to have a conference. The majority of scientists don't agree with it. When you look at the real scientist, the father of the weather weapons, who I got on the screen right here, the guy who started the Weather Channel, right, is on CNN going, it's bullshit. This is an entire scam. Let me prove it to you. He tells you what's going on.
So, okay. So, I mean, I can imagine that some of these conversation or like the media that's put out about global warming is being funded, from places that you wouldn't expect to be funding such a cause. But what I don't think is and maybe it's just a matter of language, maybe global warming is just what we're calling it, but there is something happening in our atmosphere.
Yes, and let me give you where that's coming from. Because there is indeed an effect on the climate, but it's not coming from what they say. That's a cover. In 1956, now again, look all this up, please. I'll give you the information. In 1956, President Eisenhower started the Department of Weather and Climate Modification. A lieutenant, Ben Livingston, took that and worked with it, became known as the father of weather weapons. Through Vietnam, from 68 to 72, we used those weapons. Now, when that leaked out, that we were using weather weapons, the world became enraged. In 1974, the UN passed the UN Weather Weapons Treaty Ban. Look all this up, I said it's there, okay? So why don't you ever hear about this? Why is it never brought out? Now, the ban, like all things UN, it was a toothless treaty, and it's very hard to prosecute someone for something as, weather weapon. Did you cause that drought? Did you cause that monsoon? Did you do earthquake? You don't know. Plausible deniability. That's what's so beautiful about this weapon. So, because it was due to the treaty, other countries have got their own weather weapons. That's why you see chemtrails in the sky. Most of these clouds up there, you see that up there? That's a chemtrail. That's not natural.
Yeah, no, it's very pretty.
Yeah, but it's not natural. You know that most of these clouds, we get 30% less sunlight hitting the Earth now than we had 30 years ago because they've been spraying barium, iridium, strontium in the sky. Most of those clouds up there are artificial clouds. A little while ago, there were 3 planes flying up there, all at the same height. 2 of them had contrails. You know, you go out on a cold day, you go, and that your breath disappears quickly. Well, 2 planes, those trails were going away in about, 6 to 8 seconds. They were dissipating, just like they're just supposed to. The plane going in this other direction, same height. A long trail like that stays, spreads out. So yes, they are manipulating the weather and the climate, but not in the way they're telling us. They got mad scientists and military men fighting other countries using weather weapons. We're causing droughts, monsoons. This stuff is happening, and you won't find out about it here. Because the guys that own these weather weapons own them. It is the biggest scam in the world. It is, and they play it all the, look, 9/11 was an inside. So if they can get away with killing 3,000 of us for 15, 16 years, why couldn't they pull off something like a hoax on global warming? To put it to enslave us, because it's all about, we got to make ourselves small. We get a smaller cost. Meanwhile, they go around their jets and their limousines and SUVs and everything. Obama flying Africa and saying, and all those, you people can't have air conditioning because the Earth will heat up. You gotta remain here in the jungle. Remember him saying that? Oh yeah, look it up.
I believe he is the best.
Look it up. He went through down to Africa and said, we can't have development here like we have in the United States or China or Russia. Because if we're all driving around, but he said this, I'm paraphrasing, we're very close. We're all driving around in big cars, we all have air conditioning, we'll heat the earth up, we'll overheat the earth. In the meantime, I swear to God, this is what he said. That's his words. So you gotta remain in the 3rd floors while we plunder your country. That's essentially what he said. Well, they say oligarchs that brought down the Twin Towers are trying to get you to believe that global warming is real. It's bullshit. Now, are we polluting? Yes! But we can fix the pollution. We know how to get just clean up your act. Now, some pollution in the game environment will never be able to fix. 90% of our atomic plants are leaking. We still got no place to put the damn excess rods. The whole thing's a scam. And you know about Tesla technology, right? I mean, we've had free energy for over 100 years. They've been suppressing and hiding from us. We don't need these wires and gas. This is all bullshit to keep us entrapped. This is when J.P. Morgan asked, Tesla, where do you have the meter so we can charge them? Tesla said, there will be no need for a meter. My machines will draw energy around the surrounding atmosphere. It'll last forever. We're just using magnetic flows. They burned down Tesla's laboratory. Then he went into obscurity. He couldn't get funded to find out the mating habit of squirrels. I mean, so they shut you down. That's why the paradigms are changing. Thanks to the internet, we don't need their approved sources to get to the truth. And we have the discernment, like you give your children, you put your information out there and give them enough credit to discern whether it's true or not. Look it up. Check me out. See if I'm wrong.
education.
That's what I'm here for.
What um, what brought you to this way of thinking, or wanting to share this information with people?
Certainly it made you a teacher, or him a teacher, right?
Well, I mean, well, he had a certain experiences in his life that made him want to become a teacher. So, what made you want to do this?
I see we're on a precipice. I think we're on great titanic changes right now in society. So I'm happy to see you doing what you're doing, because I really think we need to get back to growing our own food. You know, we can't count on the supermarket being open all the time. So that's why I tip of the hat to Uncle Sam, appreciate it, right? And you teaching civics. We need someone there to teach kids what happened in the past, what's happening now, so we don't keep on stumbling over ourselves and mistakes. So, you know, I basically said, we're in a fight for our lives right now. They want to kill us. They're done with us. They don't need us anymore. With robots taking over, computers and machines, more and more and more and more, they won't even need teachers anymore. They won't even need gardeners, because the machines don't need to eat. So they don't need us anymore. We're the elites, the ones that have been, the very top of the pyramid for a long time. If we want to name names, yeah, the Rothschilds, the Illuminati, the Bilderberg Group. You know, they're there, read about them. We know about them, go to the internet. These guys won't tell you, but we already know about them, right? So those are the guys that don't need us anymore. When you, where's the other boy? Here, this one. This will scare you to death. Read that for some nice light reading. I mean, they're already talking about putting computer chips in people that help with brain damage and, artificial arms that make you the $6 billion man, right? Well, this isn't going to stop. They're already talking about nanobot technology where you can put the stuff on your mold. But you want to have green skin today? Here, rub this on and make yourself look like you came from Pluto. So, this stuff is already in play. They're already doing it. It's already in the lexicon. We already have chimeras where, we're mold our DNA with animals. We got half animals, half humans right now. So all this stuff's going to keep on evolving unless we get a handle on it. I can't see us really getting a handle on it because most people don't even know who the damn vice president is, let alone that they're trying to turn us into damn animals.
So you felt like we're in a crisis point, and somebody needs to educate.
Yeah, I'm screaming for my life. I'm out here going, I'm that guy you saw in all those old cartoons going, the end is near on steroids.
Well, it takes a lot of courage, and
Say courage, it's just desperation.
sometimes desperation is a form of courage.
Well, yeah. How you doing, folks? Okay.
It was good to talk to you.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Happy that.
And to you. Let me give you a card. You can go see yourselves on YouTube.
Oh.
To get out of jail free card. But who are you going to vote for this? Then can I ask Uncle Sam take a liberty and possibly bend you in the right direction? Being that
Tell
all
me what direction what do you think is okay?
well, being that all we just talked about, Hillary Clinton is the globalist stooge. I mean, that's pretty well known. Donald Trump, they don't want him in. He's not. I'll give you one. Newt Gingrich. You know who Newt Gingrich is? Yeah. Of course, I talk to a lot of dumb people. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Newt Gingrich blurted this out at an interview on TV with that. He says, why don't even the Republican establishment like Trump? Why are they trying to get rid of him? Leonard said, he's never been through any of our initiations. He's not part of any of our secret societies. So we don't know really who he is. We have no control over him. He wasn't, again, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be Clinton and Bush. He's got $500 trillion up against him. You know the one thing that made me go, what? He said, what? Okay, big boy, I'm going to see, put your money where your mouth is and see if this comes true. This is what he said. Early on when he chased Bush out. Right? You make me president, and you will find out who really brought down the Twin Towers. You really want to see it? You want to get to the heart of those evil bastards. Okay, cool. And if he doesn't come through with what he's going to say, because we're at that state. We're at that state. You've seen me. You hear it. That's what you talk about.
Can I have one more, please?
The division of trying to keep us up. Did you see the other side? You see my work on the other side? Oh, please, let's take a walk on the other side. Yeah.